What's up? What's happened? Welcome to another edition of the Short Porch presented by Barstool Sports. I'm your host, Tubbs. In studio on the other side of the laptop is Tommy Smokes. Not in studio. You're in a room, but it's kind of a studio.
Anything can
the
be
New
a
York
studio.
Yankees. What?
Anything can be a studio if you make it a studio.
True. It's whatever your mind wants it to be. The New York Yankees are 22-8. They have the only positive run differential in the American League East, and it's a pretty good one. It's 52, I believe, something around. This is crazy. This is awesome. The Yankees just mini swept the Blue Jays. They're now 6-3 on the year against them. 2 awesome wins. It just keeps getting better. It's awesome. This is fantastic. My like mental health is great at the moment. It's just I feel so great about this.
I know the thought of the Yankees losing no longer crosses my mind. Like, they were down 5-3 in the ninth last night. And maybe there was a part of me that was like, all right, drop this game, like been on a hot streak. That's it. Once they got runners on first and second and Aaron Judge was at the plate, I didn't necessarily think he was going to, hit a walk-off 3-run home run. But I was like, all right, a rally's going. The vibes are different. This will be a win. Today, they're down 1-0, whatever. It's like, oh, that's all right. Like, they'll come back and win. Like, it just is never – there's just such a blind faith in this team that I haven't had. I mean, 2017 had a special vibe to it for sure. 2009, of course, but for sure, since we've been doing this podcast, I've never had this much blind faith in this team. And let me tell you something, that is a complete 180 from how I felt about them early on after the Baltimore series. Like, they have just done a complete shift.
The vibe I felt last night after Trevino walked, I was just like, get on base. Find one of Falefa and Trevino just have to find a way on base. And good on Trevino for just, battling there. He, down 2-2 in the count. He finds a way to get on base. DJ walks too. And then fucking Michael Kay was really hyping. Like, he almost called his shot. I mean, I knew at some point Aaron Judge was going to hit a walk-off home run in his career. The fact that was his first one is crazy, but like Kay was hyping it up and it just all came together at the perfect moment. And I don't know if I've ever seen a worse pitch in my life. That slider that Romano threw to Judge was the worst cement mixture I've ever seen. And Judge pulverized it. An incredible moment. And I mean, if Judge wanted to boost his resume any further with the start he's had this year, a walk-off homer to beat the Blue Jays in that type of game is pretty fucking good.
Aaron Judge looks like a genius for turning down that offer. And look, I said it at the time, and I maintained, I think that was a very fair offer from the New York Yankees. Like, I think that was a completely fair offer. I'm not going to start being like, oh, that was a low ball just because hindsight. At the time, with what we knew, I thought that was a fair offer. I thought there was a good chance Aaron Judge would accept it, but he's betting on himself. And my God, is it paying off? Like, obviously it's early-ish, but if he maintains this sort of pace he's on, I think he's might get that $350 million he wanted.
I mean, he has the most home runs in baseball. That helps.
That's I've always said is a good thing.
It's often said.
I've always been like, if you're going to have the most home runs in baseball, that's probably good.
Yeah. Unless you get hurt the next year and then can't field your position and then you find your way out.
It's not fair what you've done. The way you've turned on Luke Voigt is just not right. He was very good to us. He's a good guy. Just because he unfollowed you on Twitter or whatever the hell. I didn't mean that. I couldn't even get that without laughing. But no, Judge has been great. That win was really special last night, especially against Romano, who, won reliever of the month in the AL over King. Didn't feel like he deserved it. I mean, his numbers were really good, but I thought King had a better month. And Judge just fucking pissed on that shit. And these guys are obsessed with the gritty now. They do the gritty as they walk home. I can't do that. Can you even attempt to do the gritty without like pulling a muscle? No, maybe we'll do a video for Short Porch Social of us attempting to do the gritty. I
should go well.
I Yeah, no, maybe we don't do that. Maybe there's no positive.
Think about like a pros and cons chart. Like there's no pros.
There's all cons.
It's all the cons too. It's not
the
just
pros. It would probably get a lot of views. The cons is everyone who watches it would hate it.
You'd get a ton of the replies, be like, Dave, these are the Yankee guys you hired. Blah blah blah.
I do think I've done the gritty before on camera, and it's gone horribly. I just can't remember what it was for.
I find that hard to believe that it's gone horribly. I can't believe that. We got a lot more to talk about. Want to get to Policy Genius first. If someone relies on you financially, a child, a parent, or even a business partner, life insurance gives you peace of mind that you have a financial cushion if something happens to you. Policy Genius is your one-stop shop to find the insurance you need at the right price. Head to policygenius.com to get started. In minutes, you can compare personalized quotes from top companies to find your lowest price. You could save 50% or more on life insurance by comparing quotes with Policy Genius. That is quite a chunk of change, 50% or more. The licensed agents at Policy Genius are on hand through the entire process to help you understand your options and make decisions with confidence. Very important for a guy like me. I don't understand anything. So I need these licensed agents to explain it all to me. The Policy Genius team works for you, not the insurance companies. Go to policygenius.com. That's POLICY genius.com to get your free life insurance quotes and see how much you could save. I thought in both starts, Tuesday and Wednesday, more Wednesday, but the starting pitchers obviously were off to rough starts and really grinded out their outing. And like you kind of need this regardless with the amount of days clumped together here with games, but like to get depth and not kill your pen. But Sevy really like looked like that wasn't going to be a long start at all and really grinded his way out there to just get into the fifth inning. And then Tyone today, bases loaded, nobody out. I don't think he got his first out until like in his 20th pitch or something like that. Ends up only giving up the one run there. I mean, we could say a lot, I want to go off on Tyone. Like, I think just everything he's done this year is incredible. But Sevy, like, that was big, kept him in the game, limited the Jays there. And the Yankees end up, coming around and tying the game to win the game. And it's awesome.
There was a time where it looked like Severino would be pulled in the second inning. Like, there was a time where it was like, he's not going to get out of the second inning. To bear down, almost make it through 5, ends up with 8 strikeouts. Like, a good start for I mean, I won't say that, but like for how it could have gone, a good start. Like that could have been a lot worse where there's a lot of pitchers and maybe Severino in the past, maybe in late 2018 or whenever it was that Frankie Borelli molested him and basically ruined his career. Like there's a version of Luis Severino where he gets in his head, he doesn't get out of it, right? And it just becomes a disaster of a start. It's like a more mature, a more veteran Luis Severino bearing down and being like, all right, I'm not going to have a dominant start today, but I'm still going to eat some innings. And that was very impressive.
Yeah, for sure. Miguel Castro came in for him and struck out everyone. He just got 4 strikeouts in an inning and a third.
I really like Miguel Castro.
He's a way better version of Ottavino. It just is.
Yeah.
And to think we gave up Jolie for him?
How's Jolie doing with the Mets?
I guess so, but he definitely is not.
I know that early on, Frank was calling him jelly like Rodriguez and hated him. He's got a 4.50 ERA, so not very good. Pitched in 12 games, 10 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs, home run, 5 walks, 13 strikeout. I mean, not horrible, but definitely not very good.
Yeah. I mean, Castro has really never had one inning. I mean, they're using him different than they did the Mets. The Mets, he was like their third option off the, he's not our third option out of the pen. He's more like the 4th, 5th, or whatever.
Guess how tall Miguel Castro is?
He looks like a lanky guy. I would guess 6'3".
He's 6'7". That almost has to be a misprint.
He's 6'7".
I knew he was tall. I didn't think he was fucking Aaron Judge's height.
Born on Christmas Eve.
Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, I just checked on the site. Yeah.
Huh.
That is stunning. So him and Judge are the same height?
That doesn't seem
him and Judge being the same height makes no sense.
Do we make a Miguel Castro? He's 6'7" shirt.
He's 6'7". Buy that shirt, by the way. Sport Judge. I forgot to tweet it like initially. I feel like we missed out on some sales there, but hopefully some of you got it. It's pinned to my Twitter. Yeah, can't really say more about the start the Judges had here, and just the whole team. Like they're really just all clicking here. But we were talking starting pitching. I want to keep going off that. J-Mo today, base load, nobody out. Just one run comes across. And since after that, every ball, he was seemingly getting like weak ground balls, just easy outs. And I looked it up too, because he has pitched well, I feel like, all year with men on base. He's pitched really well with men on base. I brought up his splits. I'll bring him up here. I don't know if this updates today. I don't think Baseball Reference updates that quickly, but let's just say going into today, when he's got men on base, he's pitching to a 163 batting average with a 549 OPS. With the guy on second, 063. Opponents are 1 for 16 when there's a guy on second. When guys are on second and third this year, 0 for 5. Guys are on first and second, 1 for. It's just like he's been.
Now, do you think that that's something? And I'm gonna break out my analytics speak here. Do you think that's something that's gonna like regress to the mean, and eventually, like when you have guys on base, you're probably going to give up some runs? Or do you think that there is more of like an art and a skill to that, where maybe it won't be as pristine all season, but like it is a skill where, all right, guys on second, guys on third, I'm going to hunker down here, bunker down. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I'm going to make my pitches here and, lock in. A little bit of both, probably.
I think it's hunker, I think was the word.
Hunker down?
Maybe. No, I think it is like a more of an art and skill. I feel like it's a locking in. It's a confidence thing too. It's not getting nervous. It's kind of, keeping your composure, sticking to your game. I feel like there is something to that, and Tyone has it. And runners, another stat there, with runners in scoring position this year, he's pitching to a 111 batting average, 333 OPS, 3 hits in 27 at bats. Pretty fucking good, man. I mean, it makes sense. So if you watch him, he does limit the damage around him. So it's not, overly surprising there. But man, he's just been rock solid all year. I wrote 3-1 on the year now with a 2.93. It's a pretty stat line. Looks good.
Yeah,
very nice.
I think we did this last. Oh no, was that Montgomery? I think we did for Montgomery last show, but if you let's just look at Jameson Tyone's game log. I feel like every start it's been like, all right, he's given them a pretty legit chance to win the game. Let's look.
Yeah, almost every single time I feel like
everyone. 5 innings, 2 runs, 4 2/3, 2 runs, 5 innings, 1 run, 4 2/3, 2 runs, 6 innings, 1 run, and then today. It is kind of weird though. Almost all of every start but one has come against either the Blue Jays or Orioles.
Yeah, but 3 of them now coming against the Blue Jays and he's held his own every.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, just think about it though. Think about this series. All year. I mean, they're 6-3 against Toronto. They've held this offense in check big time. I mean, it goes to say like the pitching's been great, so it makes sense. But like they're not just the Yankees pitchers aren't doing this against the Orioles every game. They're doing it against Toronto.
We said this before the season. The Blue Jays are a little like I'm not surprised that the Blue Jays. That was an awesome quote. This was the trailer. Last year was the trailer. This year's the movie, and everybody and their mother picking them to win to go to the World Series or win the World Series. It's very rare for the preseason darling like that to actually deliver expectations. And I think we're seeing it. I mean, look, they're not bad. They're still 17 and 15, something like that, I believe.
17, 15. I mean, but that is surprising.
Right, but it's not horrible. Like,
it's not a disaster. But that's
on
par. That's on par with what Toronto's been in the past, and I didn't expect that.
Yeah, but it's also not a disaster of a start.
No.
Like, they be a wild card team right now? Yeah,
probably
they would. They would be.
They're rattled though. Like you can see, like they are a rattled team when they play the Yankees at the moment. It kind of was the reverse last year, where you see Vladdy breaking his bat over his knee today after getting out, and just looking at Vladdy and there were so many different angles of the Judge homer, but there's one where you can specifically see Vladdy just like crouching down, and he just doesn't want to look at the home run. It's just beautiful.
ESPN has to update their stand. I'm going to wild card standings, and they have Astros 19 and 11. Then they have the Rays at 18 and 13, and like the little dash, and like the Blue Jays 1.5 games back. Somebody tell them there's now 3 wild card teams.
Oh yeah, I even forget that, to be honest with you.
That is a thing, right? I didn't imagine that.
Yeah. There's 7 teams, right?
No, 6.
Six.
Yeah.
3 division winners, 3 wild cards. Yeah. Just looking at the Yankees games here. I mean, the Blue Jays had a win on earlier in the year. Like, when's this fucking game where they scored 6 runs? That was the Cole game, the 3 homers, whatever. Everything else in that series, they won 3-0 the first game. That's 3 runs. They were shut out the next game. That's 0 runs. They were shut out in the final game of the series. That's also 0 runs. So, nothing eye popping there. Then obviously the homestand, Toronto had lost the first game. They scored 2 runs. Lost the second game. They scored 1 run. Won the third game. They scored 2 runs. And then this series, they scored the 5, but they lost that on Tuesday, and they scored the 3 today. It's like we're holding, and there's not like there's injuries here. This is the full Toronto Blue Jays lineup. And I know Teoscar didn't play that previous series, but he did play this one. And the Yankees just fucking holding them down. You got to give them credit. You got to give Matt Blake credit. I feel like he doesn't give enough credit either. Like, he has just really revamped everything, and a lot of this credit goes to him. I do want to bring down one negative thing.
Aaron Hicks.
For starters, he led off. I don't know why he continues to lead off. It infuriates. He didn't lead off on Tuesday, but he led off today. So the offense just isn't there anymore. Like, the color me shocked. The hot streak he was on where he's hitting 350 isn't happening more because his career averages don't line up with that. He's just not the type of player. Could he be a good on-base percentage guy? Sure. But I constantly say, like, right now he's 230 average, 383 OBP. Obviously, the 383 OBP is nice. 270 slugging is atrocious. I want to say he's 1 extra base hit all year. Think so. And it was like a cheapy home run. But the defense can't be an issue with him if he's going to do this too. That play down the line on Tuesday where Vladdy hustles over from first to score. Vladdy should not be scoring from first on a ball that doesn't hit the wall. But
Vladdy should barely score from first on a home run.
Right. And you saw today differently. Gallo's over there and left today. And I know we've gotten on Gallo, but at least he fucking was sprinting to a ball. The guy still gets the second. I think it was Teoscar as well. Could be wrong about the guy, but it was a double, but he made it kind of close at least. If Gallo is out there and left Tuesday night, putting that hustle out there, Vladdy doesn't score. I don't think he does, at least. Hicks can't be doing that. I can't be having you fucking leading off and then playing like that in left field. That's just unacceptable. He seemingly is doing everything wrong lately. I don't know why he's not the 9-hitter. We put out the clip this morning. He should be the 9-hitter. He should not be leading off. That guy should not be getting the most at-bats on the team, and he shouldn't be fucking playing left if that's where we're going to see out defensively. Like, there's just no place for this guy on the team if he's going to keep doing that.
I'm going to apologize for giving him a pinstripe
Oh, yeah? Okay, good.
He will be, unless he has like a 4 home run game this weekend, he will be losing 1, possibly multiple pinstripes.
Okay.
So that's on me. Hand up. I shouldn't have given him a pinstripe. I should have known this is Aaron Hicks. He will regress back to being Aaron Hicks.
Okay, fair. Yeah, I like to look back at my blog, and I don't like to do this, but I am right when I'm right. And I said I'm tired.
Being right is the best. Being
right's the best, like the actual best feeling. 3 games into the year, I wrote a blog saying I'm already tired of Aaron Hicks, and people were like, "Oh, you're such a bad writer. You're blah 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 blah." I'm like, dude, I know what Aaron Hicks is. And then he went on his hot streak, and people kept quote tweeting and be like, "Look, you're so stupid." Well, now where the fuck are you? You tired of Aaron Hicks? Because I'm tired of Aaron Hicks, and I was right 3 games in, and I'm right fucking 30 games in. This is Aaron Hicks. This isn't the guy we want out there. We need a better player out there.
I have a tweet that's like Joey Gallo and Aaron Hicks are bad baseball players, and the Yankees need to address that. People, they're not bad. They're not. Joey Gallo and Aaron Hicks, pretty bad baseball players. And it's one thing talent-wise, but when it becomes an effort issue last night, which it was with Hicks, where you're going to be lackadaisical, like that you can't stand for. Nobody should ever have a lackadaisical hustle and effort, even as a superstar. But when you're a guy who is not really bringing a whole lot to the team, you have to at least bring hustle.
Bells has been a fixture at Yankee Stadium since it was built in 2009. They're back again this year, rated number 1 in the Yankee Stadium dining guide. Go figure. If anyone was rated, like, I would lose my mind if they weren't rated number 1. It would be an absolute atrocity to the dining guide. Like, you almost have to like discount the dining guide if that was the case. Not the case. They're number 1. They got the famous USDA prime steak sandwich, as well as their new classic meatloaf burger, the USDA prime burger, hickory molasses glazed grilled chicken sandwich, and the epic steak and potato fries. You can find them in the stadium at section 134, where you'll also see the butchers cutting the meat in the butcher shop for use in the stadium. I always think it's a nice touch. The Lobels, they're America's number 1 family of master butchers. They're also just America's number 1 family, in my opinion. I put them over the Kardashians. They're just very, very important to me. And that's all that matters to my brain is food at Yankee Stadium. I need to be eating good when I'm at Yankee Stadium enjoying this team. Lobels brings that to me. The 4th, 5th, and 6th generation of the family, they're currently working at their corner butcher shop on Madison Avenue at 82nd Street in Manhattan. They sell the finest quality meats. We have eaten their stuff for Thanksgiving, Christmas. They're just fantastic.
They're the best.
They're just absolutely the best.
Burger, like it's grill. I think it's grilling season now. You're gonna want to start.
Yeah.
I think the 12th tomorrow, our apartment opens our grills again. I have some LaBelle burgers, LaBelle steaks. I'm gonna be putting them right on the grill. Grilling is fun. Look, to me, I'm one of the more incompetent people in the world in terms of just basic life skills. Even I can grill, and LaBelle's it makes you look like a chef. Like, all you do is you get LaBelle's, which is going to naturally taste good, throw it on the grill, 350, 400, flip it 5 minutes. You're going to look like a masterful chef, and you could really just thank the LaBelle family.
I think you need to invite me over and cook me some stuff.
I will. I will.
It was really nice.
You know what? I'll do that after we go to our dinner.
Fair, which I'm trying to schedule. There are other factors maybe preventing the moment, but Lobels, they sell the finest quality meats. Get on board, no brainer. Whether you're at the stadium or you're trying to just get some, it's actually a good gift too. Like, if you get Father's Day's got to be coming up, right? I think it's in June. Yeah. Yep. So honestly, great Father's Day gift would be some LaBelle steaks.
I gave that to my dad last year. I brought home LaBelle steaks and we barbecued them.
I'm sure you're his number 1 son.
I would hope so, since I am the only child.
That would be important. So you can buy them online, ship nationwide. Everything is shipped fresh, not frozen, by FedEx overnight service. And it's the same amazing meat that you're eating right in the stadium. That flavor comes from over 175 years of family expertise in the meat industry, and you can enjoy it right in your home. No brainer. Just get on board with Lobels. And there's a special offer for Yankee fans to place an order online. Get $25 off $100 with code Steak Sandwich. Visit lobels.com/Yankees. That's 1 L in Lobels, LOBELS.com/Yankees. Gleyber Torres, 5 RBIs Wednesday. The home run, a little short porch shot for you. I love they're utilizing the short. It feels like it's happening more than ever this year.
I was going to say that. It really feels that way. And it's so funny to watch everyone freak out. Just tweet like, what a moonshot. Like, that has that
500
ball
feet.
Yet?
Yeah. It's the best feeling. It's actually my new number 1 feeling is seeing fans freak out about it, like opposing fans. I had this guy, I'll read his DMs, tweeting at me, he's a Blue Jays fan, crying. Your baseball team, this is after Gleyber's homer, your baseball team and stadium are a fucking joke. I responded, your name is Callan. That's his name. It's
good burn.
Insane name. Love that we've hit 3 homers in this game and you've hit 0 and it's 3-2. Joke of a stadium. I was like, why don't the Jays utilize the short porch then? Cry about it. He goes, they will. So much more talented. I said, you're so much more rattled. And then Gleyber's 2-run hit to extend the lead. He goes, yeah, it wasn't a cheapy fly ball homer. Nice hit. And then they just lost. People are very rattled over the place. It's about fucking time the Yankees had lefties to hit home runs, and also the righties are doing it too, more than ever. Love the strategy. Piss people off while winning games. Fantastic. And Gleyber was really, really good today overall.
That's what the Yankees should be doing. Like that, pissing off having the best record in baseball, pissing off other fans, complaining, they're too good. That's what makes being a Yankee fan great.
There's a different vibe here, man. This is just awesome. The best record in baseball too. I didn't know like where the Mets were. I haven't followed them lately. Unlike Mets fans, like Yankee fans don't give a fuck about them like on a daily basis.
Well, I do. I hope the Mets fail at every turn, and I do check up on them to hope that they fail. So I don't subscribe to that.
I didn't realize they had 10 losses. Could you imagine having 10 losses right now?
Imagine having 9 even. Imagine 9 double-digit losses.
Imagine having 19 losses. So the Red Sox have.
The Red Sox, they're still kicking. I didn't realize they were still even in the league.
They're 2 full games back at Baltimore.
I mean, the Red Sox are just bad. I think is a good way to put that.
Yeah, they're going to trade somebody. Like I meant to bring this up. Jim Bowden, he sometimes is taking some crazy pills and saying some crazy things. He wrote an Athletic article today about potential trades he could see. One was Xander Bogaerts, I think, heading to St. Louis, which that makes sense to me. Like Boston should be, if they're not giving him a deal, like Hyman's going to trade. And they're $100 million apart. He did have a Yankee trade in there, which really caught me off guard. I got to pull it up. It was, I got it right here. Okay. It involves nothing in the present unless they plan on playing this young guy right away, which would surprise me. But it's Yankees acquire MJ Melendez. He's a top 50 overall prospect in baseball. He's a catcher from the Royals for Jason Dominguez and Oswaldo Cabrera.
Excuse me? It's like, would you trade Jason Dominguez for like Mike Trout or Juan Soto has been a discussion. We're trading him for some fucking catching prospect on the Royals I have never even heard of.
Yeah,
Oswald and more
and Oswaldo Cabrera. Yeah, yep.
That's insane.
I don't know. Now he also mentioned like Wilson Contreras could be a potential candidate. Also, that I'm on board with. That won't cost as much. It will still cost like some, but that's not a Jason Dominguez trade. And also like he's been rumored in the past. This guy that hitting position, and Wilson can still field. But yeah, the profile on this guy, middle of the order impact bat, lit up AA, AAA last year, nearly reached base at a 39% clip, hitting 41 homers, driving a 103. Slow start season this year. Melendez is major league ready. Royals promoted him last week when Cam Gallagher went on the injured list. The rookie's 5 for 16 since debuting on May 3rd. So he's like ready, but like I don't see them trading Jason Dominguez for him. No. That would stun me. That would be absolutely. But yeah,
in the minor this year.
He's heating up. He homered again he had a big night last night. I think he had 3 hits last night, including a homer and a 108-mile-an-hour single. I think that's what Fishman tweeted. Dominguez, 3 homers, 13 RBIs in 24 games, 252 batting average, 300 on base, 718 OPS. He had a slow start. He's coming on late.
Those aren't horrible numbers.
They're not horrible, but they're not great. But I mean, he's been better lately. Let's see if I can.
Probably. I don't want to say it. I want to keep it good vibes. Probably better than Anthony Volpe numbers. Those are not off to a great start. But
not off to a great start.
It's early.
Dominguez, his last 12 down in Tampa, 306 batting average, 382 on base, 953 OPS, 3 homers, 9 RBIs. You're going to see in like about a month and a half, he'll have stupid numbers down there.
Yeah.
Like he's just too good. I would not be trading him for this catcher. That would not be happening on my watch. But yeah, Gleyber Torres and Paul and Neil kind of talked to this after the game today. I listened to him for a little bit, but like, when Gleyber's good, he's going up the middle and to right field when he's not trying to pull everything. The homer was to right field. The base hit, the 2-run base hit was right up the middle, swinging a good bat. If we're talking lineup structure here, I want DJ obviously leading off. I want Hicks down at fucking 9th. And if he's going to walk, that means good. I mean, DJ and Judge are people on base. So that's where we solve that problem. And I kind of want Gleyber in this 5-6 role right now, especially if Donaldson's going to continue to like struggle here or, not do vintage Donaldson stuff for the power. I have no problem putting Gleyber up there at 5 or 6. No issue.
To me, the ideal lineup right now, DJ 1, Judge 2, Rizzo 3, Giancarlo 4, Gleyber 5, Donaldson 6, Gallo or Hicks 7, IKF 8, catcher 9.
So you don't put Hicks 9th?
Just because I'd like to have a lefty or switch hitter to break up. If you have Giancarlo, 4, 5, 6 are all righties. Giancarlo, Gleyber, Donaldson. So instead of, because otherwise you'd have 5 straight righties.
Hicks doesn't even count as a left. He's just not a batter.
Yeah, that's fair.
One extra base hit. We're gonna do a trust tree. But before that, I kind of want to talk about some people. Oh no, wait, hold on. I want to talk about the umpire situation Tuesday night. That was crazy. And there's a little bit of backstory here. Because Donaldson got thrown at, and then these teams are always chippy, right? Yankees, Blue Jays, every game. Like Springer's doing the fucking shut up thing to the fans. You got fucking Manai was screaming, Sevy was screaming. These are previous games. Yeah, no, it's awesome because if the Red Sox are going to be horrible, I would love to have a rival, in the AL East like this.
Yeah, I feel like there was a little bit with the Rays, but like Joey Wendell's gone, who I feel like was a core part of that, and it feels like that's died down a little.
Brousseau's also gone, which is nice for Chapman. We don't have to deal with those home runs anymore.
Oh, yeah, was it Wendell or Brousseau? Well, both of them. Joey Wendell was a part.
Oh, Wendell was a fucking terror. I was so happy to see him gone. It seems like a lot of teams, by the way, like I know the Yankees didn't have a huge offseason, obviously, and we did rip on that. But a lot of teams in like the AL East did favors for us. Sox trading Renfroe. He terrified me. Sox trading I'm sorry, not going after Schwarber, letting him go. Massive. They got
terrorizing the Mets.
Yeah, they got Dahl back over at first. The Rays getting rid of Brousseau and Wendell. Nice.
Meadows.
Meadows, Yankee killer. The Blue Jays trading Grichuk for fucking Tapia, who stinks. Grichuk would kill the Yankees. So, thanks. Great. It's almost like we're improving just by, addition by subtraction and all that. But what was I had a thought. It's gone. Oh, no. Oh, so the beef between the Blue Jays and Yankees. Donaldson gets hit. They're drawn. DJ, very fiery. DJ showing like the most emotion.
Oh, we didn't even talk about this on the last show. I loved the clip of DJ, Judge, and Rizzo drinking at the Ranger.
We didn't talk about that. You know why? Because they're down in the series, so it's like, they won. They got to be there tonight. Oh no, they're going to fucking Chicago. Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, like something about New York athletes supporting other New York athletes just gets me going. See, and the Yankees and Rangers are two teams I like, so that's even better. But just seeing them there, and like I'm not some like I wasn't like, oh shit, they chugged the beer. I didn't think that was like amazing, but just the camaraderie of seeing them together and like rooting on the Rangers, I thought was very cool.
Yeah,
and to your point of DJ like showing emotion and stuff, it's a new side of him.
Yeah, you could see he was kind of like struggling there. Rizzo just fucking chugged that thing. I'm not going to break down the chugs, but is it Sam Rosen? I think that's the name of the Rangers announcer.
That's the Rangers announcer,
yeah. The way he said it too, he brought the Yankees are here. I was like, whoa, let's go, Sam. Like, he was just fired up, and then they took the lead and they won. I don't know if you saw too the post game clip of the DJ leaving. Swarmed by fans. He just that is not DJ's happy place. Like I don't know what to do. Sign him. I don't want to say no to people. I don't know how to say no to people, but he made his way through. I was a little concerned for him.
The robot was like malfunctioning a little bit. It's like, wait, what? How do I handle this many people?
You could see like smoke coming out of his ears, like the gears working too quickly. Yeah, you're right. That was very cool. But DJ overall this year, whether it's a big hit or whatever, I feel like it's almost like his whole family's like, show emotion, like have fun out there, like show some pride, not pride, what the fuck am I trying? Emotion, I guess is the word. I'm trying to find a different word for it. Emotion. DJ was pissed off at that moment. Judge was on like the top step ready to go. And then the umpires like don't do anything at first. There's no warning given, and then they kind of convene and they just toss the pitcher, which I thought was like one of the softer ejections I've ever seen. I loved it from as like in my perspective, but tossing Yimi Garcia there made no sense. You do find out after, and I'll play the clip where Donaldson said there was a little something before between him and Heineman, the catcher. I don't know if you've seen this clip yet. I'll play the audio here.
We had a discussion for sure about what baseball.
Oh yeah, I saw.
Was it a contentious discussion or just?
Hey, I mean we're competitive. We're competing out there. So I don't know. It just depends on how you interpret it, I guess.
Josh, is there anything between you?
I didn't know that was his name. Never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, I love that.
But anyways, the Yankees throw in later in the game. I think it was on Bichette. Doesn't hit him. Bichette after the game said like that clearly wasn't on purpose, and neither was ours. And I agree. I don't think either pitcher there is trying to do anything. Especially I think Yimi's came right after the Stanton homer, which was tied, and I think same with was it Loizaga? Was it Castro? It's one of those guys. I don't think any was on purpose. These teams are just on edge. These are important games, division games, obviously, against two teams that are going to fight for the East. I love the chippiness. I thought the ejection was so soft. But I like the hostility. I think it's fun, especially if the Red Sox are going to be completely irrelevant. So I'm on board with it for sure. By the way, why haven't we played the Rays yet?
Oh no.
What happened?
Emergency water. Well, got a thing that was like emergency water shut down from my fucking building. But then I got worried. Then I got worried that it was a spam link that I opened, but it seems legit.
I don't need oh no's from you about water leaks because oh no.
Well, no, I was afraid I got like scammed.
Okay.
But
yeah,
this turns out I have no hot water.
Isn't it crazy that we haven't played the Rays yet?
Yeah, bizarre. It's like I forgot the Rays are a team.
They don't play them until the end of this month in Tampa, 4-game series. Things get tough. Things get tough starting in that series. Like the schedule isn't great.
I mean, even, the 2 series with the White Sox, I know they're not off to a great start, but going to Chicago I feel like the Yankees do horrible in Chicago always. And I don't have numbers to back that up. I think there might've just been one series in like 2010 or 11 where maybe they got swept there and it's just been in my mind, but I don't like going to Chicago. I don't like the look of the stadium.
Last year, there was the Field of Dreams game. They lost that, obviously, but the Yankees won the rest of the games in Chicago.
Oh, that's true. I'm going to try to find.
I know what you're saying. I think it was maybe this year before that. There was a bad weekend there.
Yankees against Chicago White Sox. Go by year.
I think Cole gave up a good amount of runs, maybe one of them.
Oh, okay. So 2012 and 2013, they were swept both road games. 0-3.
8 years ago?
What?
We're talking like 10 years ago?
Yeah, but I'm saying those stick with me. 2009, they lost 3 out of 4 there. I knew there was something. 2010, they won 2 out of 3. 2011, they swept all 4. But then 2012, 2013, I think those back-to-back sweeps just stay in my mind.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, they've got Baltimore mixed in here between these series, the Chicago series, and then the Tampa series is 4 in Tampa, 3 at home against the Angels. Those will be interesting games. The Angels win every fucking game. They no-hit the Rays last night, which is crazy. They're hitting homers left. Trout's doing his thing again. So, yeah, the schedule's going to be a little tougher here, but you know what? They're beating everybody. So I'm on board with it. Yeah, so let's get into the Trust Tree. We haven't done one this year. Trust Tree this week, sponsored by Game Time. Game Time is the new.
Yeah, stay closer to the computer.
Oh, God. Yeah. I forget no mic now, so It's less. All right. Hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Game Time. Game Time is the new exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. We love using Game Time. We'll be using Game Time when the Yankees get back at the stadium. They got the White Sox coming up here. Game Time is the only place to get the best, cheapest last-minute tickets. You ever dreamed of sitting in a seat you never thought of? You never thought you could afford, whether it's behind on plate, first row in the outfield, catching dingers. It's all possible with the Game Time app. It's the #1 app I would use for tickets. It's the number one app, I think, just for like last minute tickets, which is when you should be buying your tickets in general. Last minute tickets are when they're most affordable in my mind, and Game Time is all over them. They got the biggest last minute price drops for seats you never thought you could buy. Use code SHORTPORCH for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download Game Time, last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Okay. Short porch, bullpen trust streak. So, we will rank. I guess we won't really like Clark, everyone's in the pen right now, and Marinaccio was just sent down, so don't use him. By the way, the Thursday's pitcher will be Luis Heel. That was announced. It can't be Clark. He had to be down for 15 days. I thought initially that number was 10, but I guess it's 15 now.
Doesn't even feel like he's been down for that long.
Yeah. So Luis Hill gets the start. I know Clark's got to be frustrated, I imagine, because he's done nothing wrong but pitch well, and he's just rotting away now in Scranton. Hopefully that changes soon. But yeah, we're gonna get some. Luis Hill has not been so good in the minors this year, but hopefully that turns around. I feel like that guy gets a boost when he's in the majors, but I feel like almost it comes at home. I wonder how he's going to do on the road. So Thursday might be a little crazy. I will say we get Velasquez and Keuchel. Friday night, Dylan Cease, Garrett Cole is a big-time start. That's a big step for Cole, I think. So we'll see how that goes. Me watching the game is going to be a little inside me, a little crazy. I'm going to be at a Taylor Swift candlelight string quartet.
What the fuck?
It's a birthday gift for the girlfriend.
Oh, okay. Where? Did you pay like thousands of dollars for that?
No, I got no, but everything's sold out now. I got it like months ago. It's in like Brooklyn, I want to say, or it's in a church. It's just Taylor Swift fans are out of their minds. They just really, it's like a cult basically. So yeah, I think it starts at 9. So I'll get 6 innings of Cole. Like hopefully they're in the lead and shit, and because it's gonna be a little chaotic for me. Luckily she's okay with all that stuff. She signed up for it, but yeah, Friday night will be interesting viewing for me. I'll say that. So keep me in your prayers when you're watching that game. But okay, let's get into Trust Tree. I think we're going to probably have the same one. I feel like that makes the most sense. I mean, how is it not Clay Holmes?
Yeah, it's got to be. If you asked me, yeah, I'm trying to make a case for Michael King. It's only one game he's allowed runs. Like, he's been great.
He has.
I'm going to go Michael King. He's our guy. I'm going Michael King one. I'll do Clay Holmes too.
I think it's stunning to me that today someone, Vladdy's coming up with the tying run, right? And I wasn't worried. I knew that buzzsaw with Clay Holmes' sinker was coming in, and I trusted him fully, and it's insane. But he's just a ground ball machine. He pounds the zone, which he didn't do in Pittsburgh. The calmness I have, the trust I have in Clay Holmes is bar none. You just can't find it in many other spots. Now, granted, the Yankees have a lot of good relievers, but Clay Holmes today, and he gets the double play. I think Clay Holmes has come into, out of seven chances double plays or whatever, he's gotten 4, which is crazy. Let me pull up the right stat. Katie Sharp tweeted it. She's always fantastic with her tweets. It was Clay Holmes has now gotten 3 ground ball double plays and 7 double play opportunities, 43%. The average in baseball is 10%. So Clay Holmes is my number one by far. What?
That's impressive.
That really is. And they do it against Vladdy, but tying run, felt like maybe he was going to get one back on us. Nope, no problem at all. Number 2 will be King. Yeah. Number 2 has got to be King. Number 3, and this is where people can stray here. I got to go Chapman.
I'm going Chapman as well.
Chapman's been good. He answered your request today, gave up a run, so now his ERA is 0.79.
I was actually kind of happy about that. Or it's like it didn't cost him a win, and it's like now we can really see how sparkling the ERA is.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, a sub 1 ERA but higher than 0 is the most impressive ERA. It's better than a 0-0.
I feel like if you had that conversation with Jack Curry today, you would like a real baseball analyst that works for one of these.
I
top
think
networks.
they'd get it. I think it'd be like, oh, you're right. Like 0.71 does look better than 0-0-0.
Oh God.
0-0-0. He could have gotten 1 out, and that's it. You know, you don't see how impressive it is until it's like, oh wow.
Right. You got to earn a 0.79.
Right. You've pitched at least 9 innings.
Yeah.
Right. Like to have an ERA between 0 and 1, you've been dominant for at least 9 innings. You just see 0 in a box score. You're like, all right, this guy's faced 1 batter this year.
That's very funny. Next, I gotta go Miguel Castro. I know I've been told bad things about him from Mets fans, and he's in walking Ottavino, ready to happen. He's been awesome. How could it not be Miguel Castro number 5? I guess you can go different ways because I'm
gonna go lasagna.
Yeah, I almost went lasagna.
I'm gonna go lasagna. I know the RA is high, but a lot of it is from the one he gave up 4 runs in Baltimore. If you take that out, he's been solid. Like Miguel Castro, he's been great, but there is that Ottavino to him where like if I need 3 outs, I'm still gonna put lasagna ahead of Ottavino. Oh, sorry, instead of Castro. So I'll go lasagna 4, Castro 5.
If you bring lasagna in with men on as opposed to Castro, I get way more nervous with Castro. So I do kind of level with you there. But I love what I've seen from Miguel Castro right now. And Loaisiga still had that rough beginning. He does seem to be coming out of it and pitching much better. But for now, it's very close. Let's say it's like 5A, 5B for me. Then I'm going to go Wandy. And Wandy, honestly, I might have, I should have went Wandy 5th. I really like Wandy Peralta. Like
I do too. To me, that it's like a clear, the top 6 is clear. Like the top. Who are you going to put? Who are you going to put 7th?
Isn't it Clay, King, Chapman? Who was 4? Oh, I
had lasagna. You had Castro.
Oh, okay. I fucked up the numbers. Okay, I fucked up the math.
And then Peralta 6 for both of us.
You know what? I'm gonna make a change. I'm putting Wandy Peralta 4, and I'm gonna put Castro 5, Loaisiga 6. And that honestly does Loaisiga disjustice. But like, I love what Wandy Peralta has been really, really good this year. Really,
I do. I'm keeping Loaisiga, Castro, Wandy, but. Or sorry, Loaisiga, Loaisiga, Castro, Wandy. But Wandy, I do have a lot of trust. Like, it's just the Yankees bullpen is that good. Otherwise, he'd be higher.
So good. It's so good. These are 6 really good
incredible
options. Really, really, and they're not being overused. I feel like too much. Like they give them the proper days off. I feel like everyone's kind of just pulling their own. And then after that, Green would be 7th.
I'd put Lichtke 7th and Green 8th.
I'll
never have trust in Chad Green. It's the most fraudulent ERA. I'll never trust Chad Green.
When Chapman got the first 2 guys on in the 9th inning today, and I was like, warm somebody up. They warmed Chad Green. I'm like, never mind. Chapman, go for it.
No, Chad Green. Lichtke, I know he had a little bit of a rough patch this year, but Chad Green, no. In a big spot, big homer, give up a big home run, Chad Green. Nobody's better at
it. No one better. Always a walking just bomb ready to happen. Yeah, I don't hate that. You may have swayed me. Because you think about like Lichtke gives up so much soft contact. Like that's his thing, soft contact. Where Chad Green, it's just a fucking atomic bomb.
440 feet to center.
Yeah, there's no soft contact with Chad Green. It doesn't exist. You're either just striking out or it's a bomb.
Also, I have way more memories in my head of Chad Green blowing games than I do Lucas Lichtke.
Well, because he's usually in the big moments.
Right.
The playoffs, and it hasn't worked out. All right, so I'll officially swap mine. I'll agree with you there. I'll go Lichtke because of soft contact, and then Chad Green.
All right, so mine from the top is Michael King, Clay Holmes, Aroldis Chapman, Johnny Lasagna, Miguel Castro, Wandy Peralta, Lucas Lichtke, Chad Green.
Wait, you went King 1?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you weren't. Oh, okay. All right. And mine is Clay Holmes, King, Severino,
Severino.
Not Severino. I'm just reading off. I don't know what's going on. Clay Holmes, Michael King, Aroldis Chapman, Wandy Peralta, Miguel Castro, Loizaga, Litke, Chad Green.
Yep.
Great. Yeah. Overall, really good. 22-8, first place, best record in baseball. Big series, the White Sox coming up here. We'll love to take 3 or 4. That's the goal. 3 or 4, keep winning series, keep moving ahead. That's the short porch. We'll see you back here after the series. Oh, and go buy Barstool Ballpark tickets, please. If you need the link, hit me up, Twitter. I'll send you a link. We got about a week until that homestand. The game's on Saturday. It's a ball from 11:30 to 1 o'clock. Unlimited beer in center field with your ticket as well. We all hang out, go enjoy the game. Have some beers, watch the Yankees kick ass, and have a great Saturday. So go buy Barstool Ballpark tickets. If you need the link, hit me up. Until then, we'll see you next time. Later.